What's up, guys and gals? It's the Tyrant here, back with another site update video. I want to start out by just telling you a little bit about the format of this. The first part of this is sort of going to be a rehash of my Mythic retirement video. I'm going to share some scattered thoughts, and then I'm going to get to the main subject that you see in the title, which is talking about what I'm planning more for down the road. I'll try to put an ad break there, so if you want to go ahead and jump right to it, you can. So aside from that, you're probably watching this right now looking at the game that I'm playing, and you've noticed that it's not Halo, it's World of Warcraft. There's nothing special here. You do not have to watch this. You can just listen to it. Actually, my first choice was just to throw up the MythicTyrant logo, and that was it. But I decided to go ahead and just, show you some of the World of Warcraft stuff I do, just as short, as a little bit of background stuff here. This is just some of the daily stuff that I go through in this game, so don't pay attention too close to it. Just listen to what I have to say. So I've been watching the comment section over the last few weeks since I posted my Mythic retirement video, and a lot of these comments are reflecting on the current state of the site, what's up with the current format of the videos, and that sort of thing. So I want to do a little bit of a rehash for those of you who didn't watch that video. When I refer to Mythic retirement, I'm not referring to me retiring this channel. At least I'm not planning to anytime in the near future. What I am referring to is retiring from any future Mythic walkthroughs for future Halo games, such as Halo Infinite. It's one of those things where I feel like this is just, I still like Halo, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's a phase that's really starting to phase out. I haven't really felt excited, like genuinely excited for Halo since Halo 3. It's basically sort of just been going down since then. So it's not about the direction of the series or anything like that. It's just, since the game has been out for as long as it has at this point, the series, there's other stuff out there that I'm more interested in playing right now and doing videos about and so forth. And so I feel like it's time to start moving away from doing those types of guides. It doesn't mean I won't do any Halo content anymore or anything like that. It doesn't mean I won't do any Halo Infinite content. It just means I don't want to do Mythic walkthroughs anymore. It doesn't seem like something that 343 is interested in. It doesn't seem like something that you guys are interested in as a whole. And to that end, I did notice in the comment section of that video, one of my longtime fellow Mythic community folks out there, Old and Achy, seemed to pitch the idea that he might go and do walkthroughs in the future. And honestly, dude, if you're watching right now, I think that's an absolutely fantastic idea. I think that you would be a great person to carry on the Mythic name. You certainly don't need my permission to do it, but you certainly have my blessing to do that. If you've never checked out his channel before, I'm going to go ahead and post a link in the description below. He's got some excellent content, excellent walkthroughs out there. When we're closer to Halo Infinite, again, I don't know if it's going to be like a straightforward campaign like we're used to in Halo, or if it's going to be a little bit more open world. Whichever the case may be, if there's a Mythic difficulty that can be done in there, I have no problem reaching out to the folks over there at HBO and letting them know that you're interested in doing it, because I think you would be a great person to do a Mythic walkthroughs from here on out. So absolutely, my friend. In terms of the videos themselves, which I mentioned just a second ago, the exploring Halo stuff, I feel like I need to sort of reiterate the fact that in the last video I mentioned that I'm no longer looking at the site as a career opportunity, but sort of downgrading it to a hobby again. So I'm not putting the same amount of time and effort that I have been. So that needs to be understood flat out. What I've been trying to do is essentially create all my videos in one day. So like Saturday, I'll try to, if I haven't already figured out what I want to post the next week, I'll try to figure out things that I want to like explore in Halo 2 on the current mission, and then divide that up into 5 different videos and post them Monday through Friday. The reason why they're so short is generally because my process is I'll go and I'll, attempt to do the thing that I want to do, the mod or whatever. And then afterwards, I'll do the audio for it. And the thing of it is, I don't want to put a lot of filler content in there. I talk about it as long as I can, and then I edit the video appropriately. So it's not that I'm intentionally making them short. It's just there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to these individual things. They're fun to see, but there's not a lot to say about them individually. So that's kind of where we are. It's basically I'm doing this to give you content to watch. This is meant to be filler. It's not that I don't enjoy it at all. It's meant to be filler while I'm working on larger projects to come down the line in the future. And so try not to get overly frustrated. I know when some of you say, you miss some of the older content, you're talking about some of the Halo discussion videos and whatnot. I've already explained why I stopped doing the Q&As. So that's there. But I do want to move on to more discussion videos in the future, which I'll touch on in a minute. But what I also need to sort of, explain and why you don't see a lot of that anymore is because of that, just losing that interest in the Halo franchise as a whole. I'm not that excited for Halo Infinite. Again, this is not a bash towards 343 or anything. I'm not saying that I think Halo Infinite is going to be a bad game. This is just about me, and I'll probably touch on that. I'll have probably an entire video on that alone, but this is just me losing my genuine interest in the franchise as a whole. And so it would be very difficult for me to do a genuine discussion video about, similar to the stuff that we've talked about in the past. So that's why you haven't seen a lot of that lately. Going forward, though, and this is where I'm going to start transitioning to what you can expect coming down the line. Once I'm done with the Exploring Halo series, which, when I'm done with Halo 2, that's probably when I'm going to wrap things up. People asked if I was going to do Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. And here's the thing. I thought about it. I really did. But that would require me to buy a modded 360. And I just don't want to spend the money right now. I don't think it's worth it. The hits, in terms of like the view count that these videos are getting, I don't think it's worth spending the money. It would also mean that I have to learn an entirely new interface, which I'm not at all familiar with. So, that would kind of suck too. And I'm sure it would affect the ultimate quality of the content. So I'm not saying that I'll never do it, but I'm just not planning to right now. So once I'm done with Halo 2 PC, I'll probably start moving on to the site format that I would like to transition to in 2019. Now, the idea of that is, instead of doing 5 or 3 videos a week, I plan on downscaling to 1 video a week. And instead of doing like a 2-minute or 3-minute or a video that's less than 5 minutes long, actually give you a well-edited, well-prepared, discussion-based video. This is a lot of the stuff that you actually came here to watch to begin with. The bad news on that front is don't expect a lot of Halo content in that regard. I'm not saying don't expect any. There are things that I do want to talk about in terms of Halo Infinite and whatnot, but don't expect a lot of it going down the line, because there's other things that I do want to talk about, and I want to move away from this being the idea of this channel being a Halo channel, and I want to sort of graduate it to being just an all-around gaming channel. There's a lot of other stuff I want to talk about. You're looking at what you're watching right now with World of Warcraft. I really want to talk about some of that more. I know that some of you don't like World of Warcraft. Some of you probably hate it with a bloody red passion. And I thought about even doing a video on that, doing some research out there. Maybe you can share some thoughts and opinions in the comment section below of your thoughts and feelings. If you're someone who loves the game, tell me what you love about it. If you're someone who despises it, why? Do you hate it because, you just think it's cool to dislike something in pop culture, or is there a genuine reason why you don't like it? And so, I'd love to do a video on that. I'd love to do a series very similar to the rise and fall of Halo, but with World of Warcraft. I'd like to do more discussion-based videos on other games that I want to play. We've got a lot of really great stuff coming out this upcoming year. Well, even in the near future, I still want to do a video on Alien Isolation. We have Doom Eternal coming up at the end of the year. We have just a lot of cool stuff out there that I'd love to talk about and share with you. And so that's sort of the direction that I want to go moving forward with this site. And I feel like putting, in this particular case, I think quality is going to be better than quantity, and I hope these are videos that you're going to enjoy more. I want to make sure that the videos I do that I feel passionate about doing, when it comes to work, when it comes to doing anything on this channel, period, the problem with the Halo stuff is I'm losing motivation for it. Motivation when it comes to work basically comes to me in one of two forms. Either it's got to be able to pay the bills and or it's something that I have to be passionate about. It's something that I have to enjoy. It's got to be at least one of those two things, and neither is happening right now. And that's partially it right there. So I'm starting to lose my patience for Halo. It's not something that I've felt the same way about in a long time. But there's a lot of other stuff out there that I would love to talk about that I hope that you will find genuinely interesting. When I started this channel, all I was doing was Halo walkthroughs, and I've done walkthroughs for all the Halo games, with the exception of Spartan Strike. I do plan on revisiting that at some point, but there's only so much material that you can do based off of that. And so once I was done with all the Halo walkthroughs, at least when they first came out, I started trying to, do other things too, just posting my thoughts and feelings on games and stuff like that, just discussion videos about Halo and that sort of thing. And that stuff is great too, but I also have to have the ideas for it. I do still want to finish the ranking of the Halo game series. I started it back in 2017, and I never finished it. I got all the way up to Halo 4. I still have Halo 5 to do, and I have the rest of the Bungie games as well. And so I definitely want to do those too. And I just kind of want to do more discussion-based content, and I hope these are things that you're going to like and that you're going to be interested in. And I know that for some of you this isn't the best thing, because I'm not really going to be focusing solely on Halo anymore, and I apologize if that disappoints you, but I don't want to create it if it's something that I genuinely am not passionate about, and I feel like most of you can understand that. So I kind of just wanted to give this site update to you, just to sort of give you an idea of where things are, where I'm hoping things are going to go. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about it. You can let me know in the comments below. And I really do want to take a moment to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit down and watch this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. And if you did, I hope you'll consider subscribing for more great content right here on MythicTyrant.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope everyone here has a wonderful week, because this is the only video I'm posting this week. I've got a lot of medical procedures that are going on, so this is the only video that's going up this week, but I still hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. I'll catch you all right back here next time. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.